trying to keep it up off of my ear. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen, and this is Jen Lifestyle and Fashion. And on this channel, we talk about upcycling, thrifting, style, fashion, how to take some of those thrifted and consigned pieces that we buy and incorporate them into our wardrobe so that we can reflect our own personal style. Thanks again for joining. As you guys know, this week is Vlogmas, so I'm coming to you today with another video. Couple of things are going on, so some of the videos might seem a little out of sequence because I recorded some videos last week while I was away, and I want to kind of rewind it back so that you can see some of that content. So today I want to share with you a video where I showed how I braid down my hair under my wigs. Some folks have been asking me, you all have been asking for some more content around my hair and another update, and that is coming soon during Vlogmas. I will be doing I think it'll be like a 20-month update, roughly 20-month update on my hair. So it'll be the last update of the year, and it will be the last update before I do my 2-year update, which will be in April. So today I'm gonna show you this video, and hopefully it will answer some questions and kind of show you what I do. I recently took my hair down from that style that was braided up under my wigs, and last night I lock looped my hair, and now I have my locks in curls. So you know, I was just so glad to kind of get out of the wig. And it's interesting because there are times when I just want to wear the wig and I want to have, you know, something different, a little, just a little change. And then there are other days where I just absolutely feel like I have to have my hair, you know, in this state. So it just depends, and this will just show you how easy it is, the steps that I take, and how I secure my hair underneath. Now again, my hair is, you know, I have very low density hair, and I have 4C hair, so even though it is low density, my hair is very coarse. And so because it's low density, I can probably braid my hair down a little easier than someone who has really, really thick hair or really, really thick braids. If that's the case, if you have really thick braids or really thick locks, not braids, locks. If that's the case, if you have really thick locks, then you probably want to choose a style wig that is not going to maybe be straight, because a wig that has straight hair, or like the kind of flowing curls that you see me wear on occasion, you know, you really need to be flat in this top part of your hair. Now, what's going on in the back, you can kind of camouflage, but whatever's going on up here, you got to try to keep that front part as flat as possible. So I do have another wig, which I think you guys saw in a previous video. I did an unboxing of a new wig that I got in, and it's very curly, very big, and I'm excited about wearing it. I'm trying to get all of my wig wearing in while it's cold here in Chicago, because when it gets hot, I am not going to want to wear anything on my hair. So, all right, well, let's not waste any more time. Let's rewind it back to last week when I showed you guys how I braid my hair down under my wig. All right, I'll see you once that video's done. All right, you guys, we're going to get into how I braid my hair down under my wigs. So I start off with just my hair hanging straight down. The hair in the front, I usually take my fingers and break it to the back, because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put 4 kind of cornrows going to the back. I typically split it down the middle and then just bring that half off to the side. The side part is a little more challenging because you just don't want to get too much hair in either one of these parts. So I usually take my finger and go back and kind of gauge where the middle is. But when I hold both of these in my hand, I can tell this one has a lot of hair and this one doesn't. So then I go in and I try to take like a little bit more from the top and then bring it down. And then I just, with my hands, I hold it together and make sure that they feel even. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one. So what I'm gonna do is just braid these pieces together to keep them out of the way. I'll turn around so you can see the back. All right, so I'm just braiding this out of the way because this is gonna be my other braid. So now I have this much going into that braid. And for the most part, I probably made the center. It's pretty centered, so I'm not worried about that. So this amount of hair is going there. Obviously, I have low density hair. I think it makes it a lot easier to put it under a wig because my hair is not as thick, but you can do this. I've seen people with traditional locks braid their hair down and be successful. All right, so I start here in the front. One of the most important things is not to have a bump in your braid because you don't want that to make the wig raise up. So I start just as I would when I used to braid my hair when I was a loose natural. And I just take it and I start to braid. I'll lean in so you can see. I'm braiding and I'm catching locks as I go. I'm not pulling really hard, to be gentle. And for me, it's really important for me to be gentle because remember, I'm splitting my locks. So this is one of the reasons that I wear the wig, is to keep me from manipulating my hair while I'm getting it split. All right, I'm gonna turn around. Okay, so I have one done. I'll braid that all the way down to the end. So it's okay if you have a few little like pieces like that sticking up, it's okay, because you can take care of those later. So I do have this one lock that's longer than any of the locks on my head. So I will have that little singular strand sticking out. So I braid it all the way down to the end. So that's the first braid. See that? Okay. I'm just gonna take this braid down and now I'm gonna braid the side. Now I try to keep this braid in the center as opposed to down here, because the way the wig is made, it has that piece that comes around the ear and I don't want it to interfere with that or push it out. So I try to keep this one up. So I take these first few strands here, divide into 3. And try to get as close and upward as possible. I will tell you the side braid is usually a little thicker in here because that's where the bulk of the hair is. This one you start further closer to the front of your head, so it's a little different. And then when I get back here, I try to end the braid close to the bottom of the other braid. Make sure I'm not leaving any strands out. Okay, now I'm just braiding it down. Okay, so now we've got 2 braids. Now, mind you, you can also do this, and I'll show you in another styling video. I'll show you how I add extensions and make like longer braids, because I actually like this style. I mean, I feel like I do have a big forehead, but I like the braids back. And in the summertime, it's nice because it's hot. It's just convenient. All right, so I'm gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna divide it up with my finger. Okay. This is considerably less, so I'm going to go back in. Grab a few more strands. Trying to make sure that it's even on that side. And the good thing with having sister locks, my grid, especially in the front, my grid is nice and straight. The grid in the back is a little less because I'm having split, so I don't have a good grid in the back, but I don't really care. But for parting purposes, this definitely makes it a lot easier, so I can see that this is very even here. All right, so I added a little more hair into there. And now I'm just gonna section this off, braid it down, and then we're gonna start on the other one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go get some bobby pins so that I can show you how I secure these braids in the back. All right, I'm done. All right, I'll be right back. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click on that bell so that you don't miss an update. All right, let's get back to this video. Okay. Now we are going to tuck the braids in the back. The way my head is shaped, this is going to sound really weird, but the way my head is shaped, I have kind of a not in the back. Most of us have a little curvature back here. I think mine is excessive. So what I do is I tuck the braids right up under that little lump in the back of my head. Okay? And then I just tuck the edges, the ends, into the existing braids. I take this one from the other side and I tuck it up into that side braid, and the other ones, they just get brought in like that. Okay, now I could leave it like that, but I use 2 bobby pins, or 2 these U-shaped pins like this. Bobby pins don't really work well with me because they squeeze and they pinch and it's very uncomfortable. So I go in and I will put a pin into one on that side, and I'll put a pin into the other. And then I immediately put this wig cap on. So my wig cap, it's a little old, but I did cut it because it was too tight. And where I cut it is where I put it in this space. Now I wear a side part. Typically I wear a side part, but sometimes I wear a middle part. So that's why I try to make sure I'm in the middle here, and then my side part is usually right about here. So I'm going to put this wig cap on. I start in the back, bring it to the front, over my ears, tuck it in there, and then I just kind of press the braids in so that they're in as tight as possible. And then I pull this back so that it's not right on my hairline. That way, wherever I part it, you can still see the hairline. All right, I'm gonna go grab the wig, but I want you to see how this looks. Okay, be right back. Okay, this particular wig is by Love Me Hair, yeah. And it does have a strap in the back. It did have combs inside, but I removed all the combs. The combs just are very dangerous for having them in there with the locks. Excuse me. So you don't want to risk the combs pulling, you know, any strands out, getting hooked on any of your locks. And I just, you know, it's just better. Just go in with a pair of scissors or a seam ripper or something and take them out. So you do have this band that's attached, which is super helpful. And you do have these other extra clips on the inside that you can also hook into the base of the wig. But all of that is laid out when you purchase the wig, and we're not talking about the actual wig right now. So I'm gonna put this on, show you how I put it on and how it looks. I will say after a couple days, these lumps here get a little flattened. They're not as lumpy as they look now, and that's really important. So about by day 2, you should be okay. So I would recommend, if you're trying to wear a wig out to an event, do this the day before and just get comfortable in the wig first and how it feels, and give yourself a day, you know, prior to. All right, so I'm gonna flip this on. I start in the back, I bring it forward, and I'll look at it again because I thought, yeah, okay. So we're here. My part is on the side. I put the band up underneath that lump of hair that's braided down. I don't necessarily feel like I have to tighten it, and I don't use any glue. Now, that's not to say that you can't use glue, but I just don't want to dealing with glue and it getting in my locks or
you know, have to contend with any of that, even though I know the glue is pretty much water soluble and it's just a matter of, you know, getting a wet rag. I just don't want the extra step. Just realized I have something in my eye. Hang on. All right, so you can see here, that is where my hairline is. So that's where I put my wig. Because I am gonna be doing a photo shoot later today or tomorrow, I'm not gonna comb my curls out yet because I just want them to kind of be held until it's time for me to do the photo shoot. But you get a good sense of the wig. That's how it looks in the back. In the front. Of course, if you have a wig with bangs, you know, it's more camouflage, but I do sometimes go in with my gel and kind of do a little, you know, a little swoop in here just to give it, you know, some closure. This wig is so old. This wig is so old. I used to wear a middle part and most of the hair has been pulled out just from brushing and washing and cleaning it, that I don't wear a middle part anymore. But I do have a custom unit coming and you guys will see that soon. But wanted you to be able to see it. This is how I braid my hair down under my wigs, and I love it. It just feels really good. It allows me to just change my look whenever I want, and I'm really happy with it. And I will say I'm really happy with this wig. I think that Love Me Hair does make a good product, especially since I've had this wig now at least 4 years. And, you know, I wash it like every couple of weeks. I do use a shampoo for colored hair. So that also helps it stay, keeps the color, keeps it vibrant, keeps it looking healthy. Yeah. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful, and I will be back with a update on my hair probably in the next month or so, just to status check on how the locks are doing and how satisfied I am. So I'll be bringing that to you soon. All right, you guys, thanks, and see you next time. Bye.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful. Please be sure to put any questions that you have below. If you have questions that you want me to answer about my hair, just in general, put them below, because in a few days or maybe another week, I will be doing a 20-month update on my hair. I'm just about well, actually I'm in the 20th month right now. So that update is coming soon, and I want to try to make sure I answer all of your questions. If you have comments or questions regarding how I braid down my hair or any products or anything like that, put them below. All right, you guys, thanks for joining this day of Vlogmas, and I will see you back here tomorrow. All right, you guys, see you later.